Hey everybody, Obi-Two here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Apologies I haven't done any updates on my series recently. I've been super focused on the Guard Reserve sharp units and been playing one of my prestige bases, low prestige. I've got the Guard Reserve at level 3 and I've been doing some defenses. It's helping me get up in the conflicts already, which is nice. And I'm just going to run through a few of those replays. I'm also going to run through some of my attacks. Predominantly I hit dev bases to start with, but once I hit Ultra Chrome, then my focus turns to player bases. So I start hitting the Imperial players once I've already reached Ultra Chrome, because I know I can maintain my place. And I want to start helping out other rebels and push the Imperial players down further. So enjoy these. Here's a replay where obviously the Imperial player is bringing a ton of troopers. It looks like Romans at the gate. I think he's trying some different things to combat the Rhodians, the Guard Reserve sharps, and it's not working. One thing he doesn't look like he's taken into account, and hopefully he's not watching this so he doesn't improve, is that the Rhodians bring air support, and it messed up those group troopers nicely. A few med bots in the right places might have changed, or got him a few more percent anyway, kept them alive longer. He did have a trip my squad center, so I don't think he had any chance against my base with that strategy. But he certainly didn't give it the best chance it could. Alright, let's jump in and watch another one. Watch these Rhodians do their thing. So this is a pretty standard attack by a lot of Imperials. They just dump. You can see they've got their big cow coming out to take down the shields. Heaps of jump troopers. Normally this would get the job done, or historically. But I got some Sonics. You can see one of those Sonics actually was upgrading, so it didn't come in. It would have messed those jumps up even more. Three Sonics will take out big groups of jumps like that. But even so, once the squad center trips, it takes them out pretty quickly. He does manage to get all my shields down, so with enough air, maybe he could have scraped a win. Let's have a look how much air he brought. But again, piling on the defense wins, getting me the gears in conflicts, just helping push me up quicker, and the Imperial players have not adapted to these defenses yet. They're really struggling. They're trying different things. He did bring a bit of air, but not enough. And the game has changed, definitely. If you can unlock these Guard Reserves and you've got the Solace boost, then it really helps on defense if you've got a good defense setup. There's my attacks. I'm just grinding out attacks. You can see some of those dev bases, there's no squads. Some of the players maybe aren't in squads, but most of those are dev bases. I get up to Ultra Chrome, and then you see I start hitting some live bases. There's Effie, obviously took that base on. Bloody Sith, Ollie of Bloody Sith. Let's have a watch of that one. And I've seen Ollie a few times. He used to hit me regularly. He doesn't seem to hit me anymore. Yeah, pop goes the squad center. Once that goes, everything gets a little bit easier. You can see that his Guard Reserve will be targeting the lugger that I dropped first. They won't even be targeting Kessin. So everything I put in front is safe from the Guard Reserve until that lugger dies. And so they're not even going to fire a shot. I've got jets just taking them out, which, especially with a flat base like this, makes entry into the base much easier. Drop a TX or two to help distract, and if you have them, the Ithorians put one at the back there for a distraction for the turrets and to get that shield down. They are really brilliant if you can time them so that they distract the turrets as your main force arrives. Pretty standard, easy attack. Most of these get cleared just a little bit more than a minute. Nice shot straight through the HQ, always fun. And Kessin survived the whole fight, which you don't always see, especially in those spread out bases. Didn't get a lot of gears for that one. but that's not really my main focus now that I'm already well up. You can see almost all of those I'm taking on now are players. We'll jump in and watch this one. He's got holes in the back for Ithorians. I'm not fussed about what's in his squad center, just going to bring it out. Drop Kesson up here. Kesson will target that Decker over there, but I want to wait till at least some of the guard reserve is in range. There we go, there's a few units I can take out. And again, I drop Kesson, I drop the Reb first actually, and that Reb is behind. Nothing will attack anything except until that Reb dies. So now that the Reb's died, they'll all start targeting. So I'll drop a Hawk on the main group there. And time to drop another Ithorian for distraction and to get the shields. So you can see those Sonics in the middle are firing. And from here on in it's pretty easy, standard attack. I probably used more air than I needed to on this one, but I just like to make sure I want to get the 100% against the players. Against dev bases, I bet I'm probably lucky if I use one airstrike. Most of the time I don't use any. I don't use any squad center. In this one I didn't need my squad center. Only got one Decker online. But again, probably a bit of overkill. Heaps left at the end there. I've noticed quite a few of the Imperial players recently have switched up their defense from their sharps to jets. So quite a few, watch out for their squad centers having jets in them again. For some reason they've switched. Alright, so take the guard reserve all the way up the top. Once they've all come out, I'm happy I can drop Kesson. I actually dropped him too close here. The angle of the shot as the Decker comes out changes, and I missed. So now I'm going to send in an Ithorian to trigger the squad center earlier than I wanted to. And what I do is I drop all my TXs here. After I take out, I use one Hawk to try and take out any squad center, which I miss. But the TXs are down. His jets aren't doing much to the TXs. They'd wipe out my jets. And his turrets also, turrets aren't great against the TXs unless they're rocket turrets. Nice little hole at the back there for an Ithorian. Bit of distraction. Now the one turret that'll probably do the most damage is that Sonic, if it happens to fire against all my jets in a group. So I'll just take that out, make sure there's no risk. The others, they're not going to do much damage. Now the panic there where my Kesson shot went amiss means that I've clumped everything together, which again you got to watch out for Sonics when that happens, and it's left me with a messy cleanup here, but still got heaps and heaps of time to get all these buildings. It just means there's a lot of travelling around the base, not as elegant as normal. These gaps here in at the shields, nice. See if there's anything in the squad center. This time there's nothing. It turned out he wasn't in a squad, but you can't tell that when you're attacking. So I drop a Vanguard, check for traps. Kesson goes down, and this time I'm just using him on the guard reserves that come out. Easy to pick them off with your jets if you have jets. Some TXs in, just distract the turrets. Jets behind, and just take out the bunch turrets if you can. Now that the shields are down, they become very easy, and this will become a very quick cleanup. And again, I'll probably use too much air on this attack, but taking on players, I don't like to take too many risks. Terrible Hawk there. And then from memory, I also missed with the Kesson shot because they're moving. So I had a crack at them and missed the IDT heavy troopers with that as well. And I'll show one more defense replay. And how traps really work well when they clump all these jets together or jumps together with a unit that's ground based. The sonics go off as the traps go off. His cow nice or ATTE, AT-AT sets off the traps and he loses huge bunch of jumps all at the same time, and this is over very, very quickly. In 23 seconds, the fight is done. Now he ends up watching the whole thing, probably trying to decide, is it worth dropping anything else, or maybe he was raging and punching the wall, who knows. It's a good example. Don't bunch your jets together if you can avoid it, and definitely don't drop land units next to them unless you've dropped a vanguard first. Okay, here's one last defense that I thought I'd show, just because while I was recording this video I got attacked and I had accidentally left my base without the sharp guard reserve on, so I had no guard reserve whatsoever. All I had on was my jets because I was attacking, and this guy came with 10, the equivalent of our hawks, obviously ready to take out guard reserve with them. And my buffed jets that came out of the squad center, he had no way of airstriking them, and his 10 violators or whatever they are were not able to help him get the clear. So quite amusing that he brought 10 of them. That's absolutely massive air, and it's very specifically targeted towards taking out guard reserve units, probably the sharps. And just by pure luck, I didn't have them on. Maybe I would have beaten him, maybe I wouldn't have, but got the win anyway while I was recording my video, and thought I'd share that one as well. Alright, so yeah, if you have a look in here, this is what I had on my attacking one. Only got the jets at level 5, but that's plenty to do the damage for attacks. Normally I would have the guard reserve turned on, which actually I'll jump in and I'll show you that. So my guard reserve currently level 3, already getting me a ton of wins on defense, and my Solus only level 4. I never really chased those because we didn't have the guard reserve at the time. So unfortunately, if they were higher, they'd be way more effective. That's alright, still picking up 9 defenses so far. The imp's pushing me up nicely in the conflicts so that I don't have to do as many attacks. And that will just keep going up and up and up as I upgrade my guard reserve sharps. I expect after this conflict I'll have them at level 4, maybe even level 5. And that will make a big difference. Alright guys, take it easy, good luck in the conflicts, and I will post again shortly. Keep an eye out for it.